the Capitals score. It's Sam Capel. The outright shot. Score! Wager now to Nevers. Who scored? Jackson Nevers. Barabanov up top and Joe Brink. Far side. Score! Second of the night for Finn Brink. The low in the high slot. Now Cowan. Backdoor feed. And the Capitals score. It's Aiden Long. Now Eulenkamp back the other way for the Capitals. On a breakaway. He scored! For the Capitals. Jameson in the slot. Scored! Scored! 9-2 Caps lead.
And now, let's send it out to the arena with the voice of the Capitals, Drew Steele.
Good evening, Caps fans, and welcome into Bob Suiter's Legacy 20 Arena for tonight's USHL matchup between your 34-15 3-1 Madison Capitals and the visiting Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Coming up in pregame, we'll hear from head coach, or rather associate head coach and assistant general manager Tom Gilbert. We'll take a look at tonight's Bergstrom Automotive starting lineups, your Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin scratch report. But first, let's focus on last night, the second of a 2 of 3 here tonight for Madison. Last night, the top team in the Eastern Conference, the Dubuque Fighting Saints, came into the building. Igor Barabanov got us on the scoreboard first. Madison comes away with possession on the far side. Barabanov shot, scored! Igor Barabanov! Barabanov scored 9:04 into period number 1, his 13th of the season from Cowan. Gave Madison the lead early on in period number 1. Gavin Cornforth had the answer with his 22nd of the season at the 12:20 mark of that first period of play to make it 1-1 through one period of play. In the second, Aiden Long found the lone tally, and it was with his stomach deflecting it in past the Dubuque goaltender. Turnover allows Long possession. Near side, Barabanov shot that time. Pops Reed, and they score! Aiden Long was being dragged down by a Fighting Saint. Like I mentioned, Long being dragged down by a Fighting Saint as he made his way towards the goal. The puck deflected off of him, made it into the 4x6 frame, and the Capitals took a 2-1 lead into intermission number 2. Finn Brink would find the lone tally in the third with the empty net on an assist from Caleb Heil. Far side, Spicer, near to the middle, shot, rebound, sits there, goes wide, Caleb Heil stands tall, Brink with the ice log shot, scores! Caps up, 3-1, a minute 20 to go in the third. For the captain, Finn Brink, it's goal number 22 of the season. Caleb Heil, assist number 4 of the year, which is a record in the team's history. 4 assists from the goalie in a single season. In the Tier 1 history is the most. Puck was pulled off at the time. I wasn't quite sure what it was. You don't see an assist get a puck pulled often. Caleb Heil in that case did, though. 4th assist of the season in what became Caleb Heil's 22nd win of the year as Madison came away with a 3-1 victory over the Dubuque Fighting Saints. That brings Madison within 5 points of the Saints in the Eastern Conference standings with 9 games to go here in Madison. Just 7 to go for Dubuque as the Capitals sit at 72 points. 77 is where the Saints are. 2 points clear of Muskegon are the Caps. Of course, Muskegon will catch up in games played this week, and they have a 3-3 at home against Green Bay. And the Lumberjacks actually with 9 of their last 10 games of the season at home in Muskegon. 3 of those come against Madison next weekend. So next weekend, a huge weekend seeding-wise in the Eastern Conference as Madison, with a couple of wins, could have some success there as the Caps facing off against Cedar Rapids tonight. They occupy the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference standings at the moment. They sit at 51 points. They're 10 points clear of USA, who sits at 41 points. 50 points are the NTDP, as the Capitals could help the NTDP out, although they kind of hurt their chances last week in taking 2 of 3 from the US NTDP. We'll send it to break. When we come back, we'll have your lineup, starting lineups, in your medical report. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues,
Ready?
future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
It's Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by Marian University. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging, supportive environment. Marian offers a chance to explore your dreams and uncover new interests. Begin your Marian adventure today and connect to a future full of possibilities. Visit marianuniversity.edu to learn more. Capitals facing off against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Let's get into tonight's lineups. First, we'll start with the medical report brought to you by Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin. The physicians at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin have been treating patients throughout the Madison and surrounding regions for over 2 decades. Comprehensive orthopedic experts with customized treatment plans. Call or schedule online today. Out of the lineup for Cedar Rapids tonight due to injury, Noel Ogren, Dylan Hunt, and John McNeilis. Also out with a healthy scratch is Nick Romeo. For the Capitals, out due to injury, Lunsky, Scherzer, and Shirey. Ryder and Waterfield are healthy scratches tonight for the Capitals. Let's go through tonight's Rough Rider lineup overall. Vandenberg centers Nelson and Burleson on line 1. Astapovich centers Hiles and Seidel on line 2. Young centers Mason Kraft in his USHL debut and Charles Blanchard. Olvebny centers Musa and Schlon on the fourth line, and Amin Hajibi will be the extra forward tonight for Cedar Rapids. On the back end, it's Vig and Huff on pair 1, Slezik and Mentz on pair 2, Massa and Fenton on the third pair, and Bobby Williams is the extra defenseman tonight for Cedar Rapids. Devin Roosley gets the start in goal for the Rough Riders with a 3.51 goals against average and an 8.64 save percentage to his name. For the Capitals, much of the same in the lineup tonight. Mo centers Brink and Lee. Capel centers Long and Eulenkamp. Barabanov centers Johnson and Cowan. Nevers centers McDonald and Ty. Lucas Prudhomme will make his USHL debut as the extra forward tonight for Madison. On the back end, it's Stoughton Moline on pair 1. Michaud and Coasia on pair 2. Jameson and Brooks on the third pair with Ronan Buckberger, the extra defenseman tonight. For the Capitals, A.J. White in goal, 12-6-2-0 on the year with a 2.90 goals against average and an 8.95 save percentage to his name. Let's take a look at tonight's Bergstrom Automotive starting lineup. Bergstrom Automotive is Wisconsin's largest automotive marketplace with upfront pricing on new and used cars for sale. Stop by one of Bergstrom's locations throughout the state to explore the new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles for sale. First for the visiting Rough Riders, Vandenberg centers Nelson and Burleson. On the starting forwards for Cedar Rapids, on the back end, it's Slezik and Mentz. Roosley gets to start in between the pipes, as I mentioned, for Cedar Rapids. For the Caps, it's the same starters on the skating positions. Capel with Long and Eulenkamp. Michaud and Coasia on the back end. A.J. White gets to start in goal. The Capitals are led by head coach and general manager Andy Brandt, associate head coach Tom Gilbert, assistant coach Dominic Zombo, and goaltending coach Shane Connolly. Speaking of Tom Gilbert, we'll send it to break. When we come back, we'll have the associate head coach of the Madison Capitals join us. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues,
ready,
future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
and he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We're joined by Associate Head Coach and Assistant General Manager Tom Gilbert. Coach, last night a 3-1 victory for the Caps squad over the top team in the Eastern Conference. What were your thoughts on last night's game?
I thought it was a playoff game. I think the first period we were a little slow, and then after that there wasn't much given up, I think, on both sides. So tight checking game. Both teams played a sound team game.
Affiliated forward Lucas Prudhomme set to make his Capitals and USHL debut tonight. He's been with the team in practice all week, so you've kind of gotten to see his game up close. What do you think of Prudhomme and making his USHL debut?
It's always exciting to see guys get their first game. And, you know, for him, he is a big body on the ice. He can move, he can shoot the puck. So it's exciting for us to see an affiliate come in and get a chance to watch him live and hopefully have an impact right away.
Cedar Rapids won 2 of 3 so far this season, taking points in all 3 of the games. Caps have struggled with the Rough Riders. What does it take to kind of come ahead and take the 2 points from this matchup and split the season series?
Probably don't bring that up. You know, maybe the color guys got to be a little bit better on the questions. But I think for us, it's using home ice to our advantage. We've been playing really well at home. Doesn't matter who our opponent is, just finding our game right away, coming out really strong in the first period.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
It's Capitals Hockey live here on Flow Hockey and on Caps Radio on YouTube. Welcome to the broadcast booth here in Middleton. Drew Steele captaining the ship, going through your ear ocean here this evening as the Capitals host the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders for the fourth and final meeting between the two teams here this season. The Capitals wearing their pink cross-check cancer jerseys. We'll travel right to left across your radio dial, and Flow Hockey screens left to right will go the Rough Riders as Sam Capel and Thomas Vandenberg meet at center ice. Sean Holmes, one of our referees for tonight's contest, drops the puck, and we're underway. Vandenberg wins the draw back. Let's meet our referees for tonight's contest. It's Grant Hendricks and Joseph Holmes. Lines are manned by TJ Lyle and Takaji St. Pierre. Down in deep, the Capitals send it. Goaltender for Cedar Rapids there for Rusley as he plays it up that far side wall, taken over by the Caps. Down low, Slezik turns it over, and Capel grabs it for Madison. Eulenkamp up the near side wall, turns it over and out to neutral ice. Comes Cedar Rapids. Chance Burleson spent a lot of this season injured on the IR, but back in the lineup here throughout the second half of the season as Croatia plays up that far side, trying to deflect that one down in deep along the far side wall with Sam Capel. Instead, Cedar Rapids plays down where A.J. White can play up the middle of the ice for Madison. Deflected high into the sky. Vig chases after it for Cedar Rapids. The Rough Riders won the last two matchups between these two teams. They've taken points in all three games here this season between the two squads as they have it towards their offensive end of the ice. But Austin Moline at least tries to stop the rush and send it up the far side. Vig pinches down. Wraparound try goes wide of the goal. Down low, Hiles on it for the Rough Riders. Heil, Vig up top, shot kicked away by White. Far side, Hiles regains the miss, but on the near side, sends a pass over to the Capitals captain, Finn Brink. He'll play to neutral ice. A minute 20 into period number one, scoreless between these two sides. The Capitals in second place in the Eastern Conference. Muskegon in third place does have a game in hand on the Capitals. 2 points clear of the Lumberjacks are the Caps at this point. Cedar Rapids on the other side, 10 points clear of the U.S. NTDP for the sixth and final playoff spot. The moment they look to chase up and catch Green Bay, who sits 2 points in front of them. Barabanov into the offensive zone, turned over. Green Bay sits in front of them, like I mentioned. The Capitals will end the season against Green Bay right here in this building, so maybe down to the wire. The Caps could help Cedar Rapids out down the way. Of course, the Capitals would love to take points in just about any game they can as they try to chase Dubuque, and they fight with Muskegon and Youngstown for that bye. Massa in the offensive zone for Cedar Rapids. Takes it down low, a sharp angle. A.J. White stops it. And let's meet our goaltenders for tonight's contest as the play blown dead with 17:46 to go here in period number one. For the Capitals, it's A.J. White in goal. Heil got the start last night. It's White tonight in goal. White 12-6-2-0 on the season with a .290 goals against average and an .895 save percentage to his name. 22 for 24, and the Capitals win on Sunday against the U17s on the road. For the other side, it's Devin Rusley. Rusley with a 4-3-1-0 record, a 3.51 goals against, and an .864 save percentage. The Suamico, Wisconsin native, home of former Capital Quinn Finley, another former Capitals little brother, Jason Musa on the near side, has possession for a moment before the Capitals able to clear out the neutral ice. Musa, of course, the brother of Jack Musa, acquired by this Cedar Rapids squad at the trade deadline of 2023. They drafted his brother, Jason, at the 2023 Phase 1 draft as he's after it in the offensive zone. He spills down to the ice surface, but he gets it over to the near side for Hans Ovebny. Ovebny up to the line for Williams. Williams plays down into the corner. Musa shot, kicked around, rebound alive. A nice job by Brooks to clear it up the near side wall with the backhand. At neutral ice, Mentz plays back in, the former Musketeer. Gives it right up, though, to Charlie Michaud, who carries in for Madison. He'll achieve the blue line, send it down in deep. Eulenkamp puts some pressure on, but a nice job with the body positioning by Mentz. Grabs it back for the Rough Riders. Just past the 3-minute mark here of period number one as Mentz plays off the window on the near side. Out at neutral ice, John Stout takes over, but unable to clear the zone on his first attempt. Eventually he does get it moving forward to Eulenkamp and out to Croatia on the far side into the offensive zone, now to Capel. The former number one overall pick in the Phase 1 draft plays down in deep. Eulenkamp puts some pressure on. Capitals trying to force a turnover on Cedar Rapids breakout. They send it right down in deep for Aiden Long. Long out front at chance for Capel. Rebound sits there. A nice job by Cedar Rapids to clear to the wall. Stout on it now for Madison. Lee, far side, Croatia. Back to Lee up top. Looking for a shooting lane. Toe drag shot. Rebound sits out front, but it's covered by Rusley for a whistle. 16-10 to go, period number 1. Scoreless between the Capitals and Rough Riders. Rushley in goal, like I mentioned, for Cedar Rapids. Last season played for Bayport High School. And a couple of games for Austin in the NAHL to go along with it. Made his debut with this Rough Riders squad in December. Won his first 3 appearances. Since that time, though, 1-3-1-0. As they do rely heavily on their other goaltender, A.J. Reltz. As the shot comes from the point, rebound alive for a moment. Brendan Ty right on top of it. Rather, that was Mason Moe, covered up by Rushley, eventually nonetheless. A face-off in the offensive zone to come here in a moment for Madison. As the Capitals coming off of a 3-1 victory against the Dubuque Fighting Saints last night. Top line was quiet in that one. Finn Brink did score the empty netter from almost 200 feet wall to wall to kind of put the cherry on top of the win last night for Madison. Improved to 2-0 against Dubuque. They'll face off against the Fighting Saints tomorrow night, who are playing Cedar Rapids' opponent for tomorrow night, Waterloo, at home this evening. So we'll keep you updated on that score as the Capitals sit 5 points back of Dubuque here in the Eastern Conference standings. Brink drops back to Jamison, far side, now Moline. Moline back to Jamison as he'll start up ice. 4.5 into period number 1. Jamison fanned on his pass attempt to the far side, plays it beneath the goal line for a moment, therefore it's Diego Johnson. But Cedar Rapids able to break it out and send it to neutral, where Austin Moline, the Philadelphia Flyers draft prospect, able to hand things over to Jamison. Jamison, far side over to Moline, into the offensive zone now. Johnson up ahead, looking that time for Barabanov. Barabanov, the Penn State commit, had a pair of points last night as he gets it moving forward to Johnson again. A shot fanned on from Diego. And back the other way comes Mason Kraft, Mr. Hockey Minnesota this year. His USHL or Cedar Rapids Rough Rider debut. Did play 1 game earlier on this season with Sioux Falls, but acquired as part of the Eric Cald deal that brought 3 players back for this Rough Rider squad. Cowan in the slot has it taken off of his stick by Fenton. Down in deep, chasing after it is Cowan, as up that far side forces a turnover. Johnson up ahead looking for Cowan once again. 14.5 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless between the Caps and Rough Riders here in Middleton. 4th and final meeting between the 2 squads. Capitals won in a shootout in the first meeting back in October. Since then, it's been all Rough Riders. Capitals were shut out 4-0 the last trip to Imon Arena. Buckberger flutters that one down. It'll go towards the length of the ice, but it won't make it all the way there. Kraft into the offensive zone on the far side. Kraft near side as shots lands in the feet of Ovebny as the Capitals force the puck into the corner. Back on it, though, are the Rough Riders. They play towards the line, unable to hold in that time on the far side is the captain, Slezik. Offside are Cedar Rapids. 13:51 to go, period number 1. 0-0 the score is A.J. White has an equipment malfunction, so he'll head to the bench. 0-0 our score, like I mentioned. Last night, 3-1 victory for Madison. Special teams not a factor in the game. Neither team able to score on their power plays. Caps were 0 for 2 last night, 4 for 4 on the PK. As Madison, second in the league in goals per game, also second in the league on power play and PK stats. As equipment manager Cam Batty helping out A.J. White. Nice crowd here for a Friday night in Middleton. Cross-check cancer night, supporting the American Cancer Society. These pink jerseys the Caps are wearing, you can actually bid on them by heading over to the Capitals website, madcapshockey.com. Go bid on your favorite Capitals jersey. Proceeds all head to the American Cancer Society, as I mentioned. Great cause, and it's a clean jersey as well. The pink making the return for the first time in a couple of years. Capitals had one with the lavender the past couple of seasons. A white version and a navy version of the lavender Hockey Fights Cancer type jersey. As we've hit our media timeout is what they'll send it to with the equipment malfunction. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
All right, let's go ahead and take that media.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
It's Capitals Hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Capitals Hockey on the Broadcast Network is powered all season long by Marian University. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging supportive environment. Marian offers a chance to explore your dreams and uncover new interests. Begin your Marian adventure today and connect to a future full of possibilities. Visit marianuniversity.edu to learn more. 6:09 into period number one. Nothing on the scoreboard to this point, as the Capitals and Rough Riders meeting for the fourth and final time this season. Capel and his unit against Olbebny and his for Cedar Rapids, as Capel wins the draw back to Coasia, and we're back underway up the near side wall. Long deflects it down in deep. The power forward Capel chases down after Vig, and on the near side, Eulenkamp throws a body into another defenseman, and Capel comes away with possession up against the wall. Capel sent there by the defenseman in Hawk Huff. Another part of that Eric Cald deal that brought Mason Kraft and John McNellis to this Cedar Rapids Rough Riders squad. Cald had been on the IR all season, so almost 3 players for nothing for this Rough Riders squad. Obviously, Cald a great players. A chance for Cedar Rapids, stopped by A.J. White with the save. 6:45 into this first period. A.J. White with the save, a face-off in the defensive zone. Like I mentioned, Cald had yet to play in a game this season, being on the IR. Got traded out to Sioux Falls. Able to bring back a couple of players, including one of the top prospects in the state of Minnesota, Mason Kraft. Mr. Hockey scored 4 goals in the state championship game of the AA state championship for Moorhead. His squad went on to win, along with Capitals affiliate Titan Bergeson, also in the building here this evening. Stout back inside the defensive zone, over to Austin Moline. Moline sent up against the wall, but he sends the former Capital Daniel Astapovich down to his rear, dropping back for Stout. Stout fanned on the pass, and now Hajibi out front. Astapovich shot goes wide. Riker Lee on the far side. Body sent up into the wall by Astapovich. Hajibi back in the lineup, missed both games, a healthy scratch both games last weekend. Over to the near side, up top for Mentz. Mentz at the blue line, shot blocked by Stout. Along the way, the Capitals backhand that one out to neutral ice. Slezik sends it down in deep. A.J. White will play over to Moline, and the Capitals start up ice. Intercepted, though, by Hajibi. Hajibi down low, looking for Astapovich, finds him, powering his way towards the goal, kicked away by A.J. White. Hajibi still keeps it in the corner, loses his stick, kicks it along to Musa. Musa out front, no one home. Capitals back the other way on the stick of Lee. Lee over to the near side looking for Mo. Unable to find him. They do get things moving forward enough where the Caps can make a wholesale change. Hajibi deflects things down in on goal. White will play over to the defense on the far side, Jamison, and the Capitals will transition back the other way. Taken down to the ice surface was Jamison there. No call will come, but Madison into the offensive zone nonetheless. Johnson racing there with Joseph Fenton. Coming away with it on the near side is Barabanov. Up top, Buckberger. Far side, Jamison. Shot that time, whistles wide. And on the near side, it caroms the neutral ice where Buckberger, the Ohio State commit, can play over to Jamison and back into the offensive zone. Come the Capitals, would have been offside. So the Capitals will have to touch up. Cedar Rapids trying to take advantage of it back the other way. A chance and a glove save there by White. Heath Nelson had got in all alone, split the defense, stretched the offensive zone. Got in on A.J. White, and White showed the glove to hold on. 11:31 to go in the first. 0-0 our score. A face-off in the defensive zone upcoming. Nelson enters tonight's contest on his 6-game point streak. 7 points over the last 6 games for him, including 4 goals. 15 goals on the season. He can find the back of the net. Unable to get much from it, though, on that last attempt. Down ice in the defensive zone. The Capitals send things up that far side wall. It's Blanchard out front, a chance shot blocked along the way. Dexter Brooks getting in the shooting lane of Grant Young. Young should be a familiar name to Caps fans. Played with Youngstown last season. Had a pair of points in the playoff series between the two sides. Young forces a turnover. Kraft near side. Blanchard's shot goes wide. Capitals in the defensive zone. Trying to start up that far side. Kraft back on it. Shot from Blanchard. Saved by White. 10:59 to go. Period number one. Getting refamiliarized with one another are the Caps and the Rough Riders after the whistle. Couple hey how are yous. Defensive zone draw upcoming. Face off on that far side. To the right of White and goal. Musa, Olvebny, Schlon. The line out there for the Rough Riders. Fourth line listed. Musa and Olvebny really have played top line minutes at points this season though for Cedar Rapids. Olvebny, the only H out on this Rough Riders squad, so they have a young squad, the Cedar Rapids. Slezik down in the near side corner, tried to play there for Robert Schlon. He'll take advantage of it for a moment, Will Schlon, before long can play out to neutral ice, gets things moving forward and into the offensive zone. Cedar Rapids right there to take things over. Back the other way, though, is into the offensive zone. A quick turnover forced by the Caps. Sam Capel got in that passing lane as Jack Coasia plays forward. Eulenkamp plays down in deep off the window. Russley will play over to the defense, and Cedar Rapids can start back the other way. Nice job by Eulenkamp to getting a passing lane, not let him out of the defensive zone. I'll have to backtrack over to Joe Mentz. Mentz, like I mentioned, played last season with Sioux City all the way down for an ice there on the Rough Riders. 10:16 to go in the first. Mentz last season with Cedar Rapids. This year, 15 points in 51 games, almost doubling his total from last season already. Obviously still some hockey left for both of these squads. Cedar Rapids, a little bit less games than Madison. Ninth, their 56th game. For Madison, game number 54. Face up on the near side, tied up towards the slot. Lee pokes at it, still alive in the slot for a moment before Musa can stride over to it on the far side wall and just play out to neutral ice. Cedar Rapids only goes to grab one change as Lee into the offensive zone once again. A nice job by Mentz to get in the passing lane between Lee and Brink, and back the other way come the Rough Riders. Olvebny overskates it. Madison with numbers back the other way. Lee toe drags over to the near side. Brink back over to the far side. Try to get too fancy with it. Or the Caps, but they're still on it in the offensive zone. Down low, Brink takes a hack at it. Puck alive in the slot. Cedar Rapids clears to neutral ice. Moline plays off the far side wall. The first line back into the offensive zone again. Brink, near side corner, wrestling along with Fenton down low. Up the near side, Cedar Rapids able to clear to neutral ice. Astapovich into the offensive zone. Hajibi, Astapovich, shot deflected into the corner. And on the near side, Hajibi picks up the miss. Hajibi trying to feed it to the slot. Caps play the body to a side work on the near side wall. Puck pumps free to Dexter Brooks. Buckberger will play up that far side wall. Lee takes a 9-iron at it, and the Capitals have numbers back the other way. Near side, Mo has Johnson with him. Mo shot, rebound comes free. But it's cleared to neutral ice by the Rough Riders. Active rebound off the pad of Russley. Johnson couldn't settle it down. Madison has to start from beyond their own goal line once again. Up the far side, Nelson out of midair. Leaves it there for Cowan. Will drop back over to Brooks. Brooks takes it to the far side as the Capitals regroup and send things deep into the offensive zone. A nice chance at the beginning of this shift for the third line for Madison. Johnson and Barabanov paired up for the first goal last night. Cowan was in on the play as well as on the near side. Michaud will pinch down to hold the line. To a side work on the half wall. Coming free with it is Hawk Huff, the Wayzata, Minnesota St. Cloud State commit. Starts things up nice for Cedar Rapids. Vandenberg on the near side, half wall shot right into the stomach of A.J. White, who holds on for a whistle. Will hit another media timeout. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by Marian University. Capitals single game tickets are on sale. Catch the excitement of Capitals hockey this season. Single game tickets available now. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action. Head over to tickets.madcapshockey.com to grab your seats. 3 games down the stretch, a couple of deals online. Playoff ticket information coming out in the coming days, as well as the Capitals will play at home. We learned that last night with the victory. Madison had the magic number of just 1 point needed to at least have a home series here in Middleton. It'll be the first time in the team's history that they've been favored in a playoff series. As Uhlenkamp carries into the offensive zone. Barabanov and Nelson in the penalty box for roughing. So 4-on-4 here in Middleton. 7:50 to go in the period is in the offensive zone. Olvebny on it, spins off, plays over to Vig. Vig to the middle, and it's intercepted there by Long up ahead for Uhlenkamp. Uhlenkamp has the speed one time. Shot goes wide. Near side Long picks up the miss, feeds back to him. Does Uhlenkamp? The shot blocked along the way by Olvebny. Changes galore as both sides able to go get a wholesale change here. 1:12 to go of the 4-on-4 time as Hajibi starts up ice for the Rough Riders. Near side for Mentz. Mentz into the offensive zone. Offside are the Rough Riders. So 7:17 to go in the first. 1:03 of the 4-on-4. An altercation right as the media timeout kicked into place. Sent Barabanov and Nelson to the box, both for roughing. Face-off outside the defensive zone upcoming for Madison. Lucas Prudhomme on the ice, making his USHL debut. Played this past season with St. Andrews College up in Canada. He put some pressure on the defenseman Slezik, and up ice come the Rough Riders. Mentz into the offensive zone, a shot blocked along the way there by John Stout into the corner. Mentz regains the miss and will play up to Massa on the far side wall. Moline back for it though, and the Capitals should be able to start back the other way. Stout steps out to the right of his cage, and up ice comes the Capitals. Looking that time for Prudhomme was Moline. Moline on the far side grabs possession. 30 to go here of the 4-on-4 time as Moline has it poked off his stick. White goes back for it. He'll play along the wall. Trying to keep things moving along was John Stout. He didn't get a piece of it, but he will get things moving eventually over to Moline, who flutters things off the window. It would have been icing if it got there. Not enough gas on that puck to get all the way down. Fresh off the bench, Musa receives an outlet pass from Fenton. Musa into the offensive zone. A shot blocked up into the sky on the near side. Picked up by Young. Young, now Vandenberg over that time for Musa. And starting up ice comes Bobby Cowan. Fluttered up ahead for Barabanov. Barabanov thought he was going to get it over to Johnson. Johnson went in offside, so the Capitals had to regroup for a moment as now Musa starts back the other side, turned over, and the Capitals up ahead once again. Cowan, far side, has it in his feet, feeds it down to Johnson. Johnson out front. Barabanov with the chance. A nice stick lift there by Musa on the back check as Blanchard down in deep sends that one. White has it poked through his legs, popped out front. A.J. White recovers. Dangerous play there by the goaltender. Remains unscathed though as he's able to hop back on top of it. You'll see it from the above net camera here on Flow Hockey. A poke check went through his legs over to the far side. Tello was kind of awkward. He didn't know what he was going to do with it, but nonetheless, the Capitals netminder, take a deep breath. You're all right, pal. Nothing on the scoreboard for either squad. 5:43 to go in the first. Defensive zone draw. Buckberger plays over to the near side for Brink. Brink steps off the wall to create some space for himself and plays up ahead for Mason Moe. Moe in, throws on the brakes, and Vig catches up to him for Cedar Rapids. A nice job by the Bemidji State commit, as back the other way comes Cedar Rapids. Lee has it poked around a bit. Capitals back on it. Brooks looking to find Lee instead. Eventually he'll just get it up for a deflection from the Michigan State committed forward. High up in the NHL Central Scouting midterm rankings. Final rankings will come out here in the next month or so, as I'm sure Lee will be high up in that regard. Free is the rebound. A shot goes wide from Brink. 5 to go in the period as Brink puts some pressure on as Grant Young plays out to neutral ice for Schlon. Schlon into the offensive zone on that far side, down in deep. Capitals on it. Played up against the wall there was Michaud, and coming away with it is the defenseman there in Mason Moe. Down in deep, the Caps play once again. Go for a wholesale change. McDonald already out there, so he pesters the defenseman. Almost losing that one was Menson. It almost resulted in a Caps 3-on-1. Instead of the offensive zone is Cedar Rapids. Ovebny, the Princeton commit, plays up the far side wall. Taken over at the line by Masha. No call, although the bench of Cedar Rapids wanted one. They're not going to be granted the call there, and back inside the defensive zone, the Capitals rainbow that one through neutral. Landed right near the stick of the defenseman Bobby Williams for Cedar Rapids, so icing waved off, although he fanned on it. Is a puck in the offensive zone. Makes its way towards goal, deflected wide, and deep inside the zone, starting up ice now, are the Rough Riders. Williams, far side, Burleson into the offensive zone now. Backhands it across, interrupted by a glove of a Capitals player. It was Coasia that got a glove on it. He'll go and have to recover as Cedar Rapids was able to hold the line on his clearance attempt. Long loses it for Nelson. Nelson, backdoor feed, no one home. Capitals ship it to neutral ice. Long puts on the wheels for a moment. Menz ties him up. No call on that one. Is back the other way. Comes Cedar Rapids. Nelson up ahead looking for Vandenberg. Instead finds Moline in the corner. Coasia there as well, but he loses it. Coasia and Moline, the defenseman, both right shot D. Out there for Madison. Coasia on the back end of a long shift. 16:45 into this first period. Nothing on the scoreboard quite yet. As Astapovich with a shot from the line goes about 3 feet wide of the goal. Eulenkamp plays out that far side wall, and Hajibi able to poke it free. Luckily for the Caps, they're able to get things out to neutral ice and down in deep. The Capitals in their own defensive zone grab possession. Cedar Rapids has to touch up, doing a delayed offside, and on the near side, Coasia and the Capitals send that down ice. At neutral, Eulenkamp pokes it free, pestering the defense of Cedar Rapids, but he'll go for a change now as the Rough Riders back on it. Vig down in deep. 4 points last weekend for Vig, trying to activate the offense off the end wall as Jamison up ahead for Cowan. Back the other way for Madison. Cowan backhands it towards the middle, a bit too far in front of Barabanov, but Barabanov gets it anyway. Jamison on the near side, spins off of a stick check, far side for Brooks. Brooks in the corner, just runs out of real estate, finds his way into the cap ice wall, and on that far side, Cedar Rapids will just try to shovel it out, and Cowan interrupts. Shot, no goal, it hits off the post, they say, as Cowan beneath the goal line, trying to grab it back for Madison, and on the far side, unable to hold, was Brooks, and out towards neutral ice. Buckberger back on it. Buckberger plays ahead, turned over, Young into the offensive zone for the Rough Riders. Grant Young, far side, Barabanov plays him up into the wall. 1:49 to go, period number 1. Scoreless here in Middleton. On the near side, towards the offensive zone, this one chipped down. Mentz will take over for the Rough Riders as the Capitals went for a wholesale change down in the offensive zone. A nice job by Coasia to interrupt, trying to play up ahead. That time was the Penn State commit. Instead, he gets it over to Brink, who feeds it ahead for Lee. Lee has Mo on the far side. Lee stick handle shot. Nice save there by Russley with 1:22 to go in the period. 0-0 our score as a face-off in the offensive zone upcoming for the Caps.
Tonight's hometown all-star is David Weitz.
Face-off will be on the near side to the right of Russley. As the Caps would love to head into the break tied up or with the lead. First period statistically this season, the best for the Rough Riders. A +5 goal differential for Cedar Rapids in the game's opening frame. It's actually their only frame with a positive goal differential this season. -3 and -18 in the other two periods. Mo on the far side, plays to the middle looking for Riker Lee. Instead it finds its way over to the point for Michaud. Michaud down in the corner looking for Lee. He let it go by for Brink. Cedar Rapids there for it. Hawk Huff plays up the near side wall to a side work in the corner. Lee goes down, pokes it free, grabs it for Madison with 50 to go in the period. Up top, Jamison. Jamison sidesteps a player, plays it right into the shin pad of Astapovic. Astapovic brought it back into their own defensive end. So icing, or rather offside, was waved off. Brink got a piece of a pass over intended for Hajibi. As into the offensive zone comes Cedar Rapids. Turned over though, Long at neutral ice, pokes it free, far side. Capel hustles after it. Vig beats him to it. And the Rough Riders off to the races back the other way. Turned it over at neutral ice. Stout can play up the near side wall. Madison tries to enter the offensive zone. Long now up ahead. Has Eulenkamp on the far side, unable to find him. 12 to go in the period. Eulenkamp off the far side wall. Capel down low for Long. Long forcing it out front. Comes to the point. Goes out of the zone. Stout will play it all the way back inside his defensive zone as time expires in period number 1. Scoreless through our first 20 here in Middleton. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs. So tender, you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas. From tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by Mary University, here on our intermission report, brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports. Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your game used or gently used equipment. They've got you covered. From skates and sticks to fitness and training gear, you'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and let them know that we sent you to get everything you need to play your best. Through one period of play, nothing on the scoreboard. Scoreless here between the Capitals and Rough Riders. Here in period number one there, shots on goal. We're still waiting for those to come in here through one period of play. A penalty on each side in that first period. Igor Barabanov and Nelson, Heath Nelson, I should say, both took penalties in that first period of play, as that's the only thing on our score sheet through one period of play. When we come back, we'll have your out-of-town scoreboard. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suiter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel. Your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Capitals hockey here on the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our friends at Texas Roadhouse. Taking no shortcuts, Texas Roadhouse takes great pride in every plate they serve every time. Legendary food, legendary service, Texas Roadhouse. Let's look around the USHL. Chicago up 4-2 on the U18s with 13 minutes to go in period number 3. I'm sure Cedar Rapids fans would love to hear that score as the USNTDP, the team chasing the Rough Riders for that 6th and final playoff spot. Caps fans, knock on wood, let's keep this score going as Green Bay up 3-2 on Muskegon. Muskegon 2 points back to the Capitals in the standings as well. So positive vibes everywhere for the teams chasing each team playing tonight. 1-0 Tri-City up on Youngstown through one period of play. 1-1 Dubuque and Waterloo tied up through the first period of play. 1-0 Stampede over Lincoln. That one in Lincoln at the Icebox through 20 minutes. And 1-0 the score. Des Moines up on Omaha through 20 minutes of play as well. As we're right here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Period number 2 upcoming. 0-0 the score through one period of play when Cedar Rapids is tied through one period of play this season. 6-10-1-0, including a 3-7-1-1 record on the road. Capitals, when tied through one period of play this season, 14-4-2-1 with a 7-2-0-1 record here at home. But the first goal ever so important for Madison this season. 32-0-1 when they score the first goal this year. Cedar Rapids 15-9-0-3. Much more sustainable way to play, no doubt about it, is Cedar Rapids 8-16-2-0 when the opponent scores first. So they're still able to get some wins when the opponent scores first. Madison 4-13-3-0 when the opponent scores first. So significantly better point percentage-wise when they're able to get the first goal. The Capitals look to do that here in period number 2. We'll be back with it right here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suiter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. 20 minutes in the books, 40 to go here in regulation. Nothing found the scoreboard there in the first. Caps will travel left to right here in the second period, wearing the pink cross-check cancer tops. And just as a reminder to our fans out there, these jerseys are available for auction. Head over to madcapshockey.com and you can find those jerseys. Bid on your favorite Caps jersey. All the proceeds go to the American Cancer Society. A great night every year and a great crowd here on a Friday night in Middleton. Second of a 3-3 for Madison. Tomorrow night on the road at Dubuque. Right to left to go Cedar Rapids in the period, wearing their traditional white tops. Grant Hendricks, the referee, drops things on period number 2. Like I mentioned in period number 1, nothing finds the scoreboard. 11-9 shots on goal favoring the Rough Riders is at neutral ice. Madison sends things over to the far side, trying to get things down and deep to their offensive end, but instead it's Vandenberg in this Cedar Rapids squad coming out hot here in the second period. It won't be icing as Eulenkamp will win the race to the puck down in that far side. grabs it as the player falls to an edge. Long shot, scored! 30 seconds into period number 2, Aiden Long picks up his 21st goal of the year. Popping bottles here at Cap Ice. What a hustle play by Eulenkamp to negate the icing. Loses Garen Schlezik, who lost an edge. And then Aiden Long buried from the top of the far side circle. For Long, point number 54 of the season, point 76 of his USHL career. As Madison out in front 1-0 early on here in period number 2. Rich Reynolds, take us away.
Scored by number 17, Aiden Long. He was assisted by number 12.
Mo into the offensive zone as they do give Eulenkamp the assist on the goal. Rich Reynolds on the PA announcing duties there as Lee forces a turnover. Lee sauces it far side, Briggs shot. Nice block there by Fig as Briggs tried to feed it over to Lee on the near side. Interrupted along the way. Cedar Rapids will clear to neutral ice. Capitals strike first here in the second period. 30 seconds in, Aiden Long finds the game's first goal. I mentioned that intermission. The Capitals so much better this season when scoring first. 32-0-1. I should say 32-0-1. As Cedar Rapids on the other side when they give up the first goal, 8-16-2-0. As Madison on the face-off just outside the defensive zone here in a moment. The referee helps correct that as TJ Lyle is going to take it all the way down. Third line out there for the Caps. That's the Cowan, Barabanov, and Johnson line as Cedar Rapids wins the draw back. They send it down in deep. Trying to step off the wall was Mason Kraft here in his Rough Rider debut. Sent up against the wall as the Capitals force a player down to the ice surface. Backtracking there for John Stoughton up the wall. Come the Caps. 2-on-1 into the offensive zone. Barabanov far side for Johnson. Johnson just couldn't get a handle on it as the Capitals do regain possession in the corner. Barabanov tried to force it to the middle for Cowan, and now back the other way comes Cedar Rapids. Kraft on the near side towards the slot, no one home. Capitals able to hop on it and send it to neutral. Back the other way come the Madison. Far side, Barabanov has it up in his body. It's tangled up in the feet of the two players. Blanchard joins him up against the end wall. Blanchard, of course, Avon Old Farms, teammate of Brendan Ty last season, who just hopped out onto the ice as the fourth line out there for the Caps. Kraft deflects this one down in deep. He'll go for a change on that far side. Colton Jamieson up ahead looking for answers. Instead, it's turned over. Ovebny, one-time shot from Schlon goes wide. The Capitals able to come back the other way. Cedar Rapids, I mentioned led in shots on goal, 11-9. Really had a lot more opportunities than that as well. Missed the net a couple of times in that first period. It seemed like the Capitals played last night and Cedar Rapids didn't. Maybe it's because they did. Capitals, of course, with the 3-1 victory last night over Dubuque. Sit 5 points back of the Fighting Saints in the Eastern Conference standings. Fighting for position in the standings and fighting for possession in the offensive zone. 3 minutes into this second period of play. Puck still being battled for. Capitals looked like they were going to come away with it, and eventually they do. Nevers on the far side, half wall, gets it down to Ty in the corner. Ty gets away from Schlezik, near side for McDonald. McDonald is shot from a sharp angle, kicks free. Nevers hops on it for the Caps, though. Moline, far side Jamieson. Down low it goes off the end wall. Near side Ovebny up against the wall. Moline tries to hold, he's unable to, but McDonald does regain at neutral ice. Caps send it right back where it came from. Period of the long change. You get stuck in your defensive zone for too long, you're going to get some tired legs out there as Cedar Rapids plays out to neutral ice. Madison right back on it, though. Capel, far side Long, already with one goal in the period. Shot saved by Rusley per a whistle. 16-11 to go in the second. 1-0. Caps in the lead. Eulenkamp with the lone assist here in this one on Aiden Long's 21st of the season. Back-to-back nights with goals for Longer. Tied for the team lead in assists coming into the weekend. Hasn't had an assist this weekend yet. has found the scoreboard twice, though, is on the far side. Cedar Rapids, Cole Hiles had the draw one over to him, and he gets it out to neutral ice. Madison right back in, though, as Vig has some pressure put on him by Capel on the far side. Hawk Huff side sets a player. Capitals have possession and ringing around the kick plate to the near side. Brooks will go down all the way to the hash marks and grab it for the Capitals for a moment. Popped free to the near side for Eulenkamp. Back down low for Long. Long sent up against the wall to his side work as Capel joins his buddy in the corner. 15:40 to go, period number 2. Hawk Huff skates away with it for the Rough Riders, and Cedar Rapids back the other way. The Rough Riders into the offensive end. Vandenberg shot, knuckled toward White, but he blockered it into the corner. Big there for Cedar Rapids, down low, activating himself beneath the offensive goal line. To his side work, a third Rough Rider joins. Far side, Vandenberg shot, blocked along the way by a shin pad. It'll go all the way down. 3 Caps are able to make a change. At least for the moment, Capel and Buckberger have to stay. Icing negated as Michaud deflected it on its way down. Michaud on the far side can start up ice now, 5 minutes even into the second period. Buckberger up the wall. Astapovich intercepts, played 3 games with the Caps in 22-23. Mo trying to play to the middle for Lee. Interrupted there as Massa plays up the wall. Coasia holds for the Caps. Bodied off the puck there, and now to neutral ice comes Amin Hajibi. Out of the lineup last week and trying to insert himself onto the scoreboard here tonight. Unable to as Cedar Rapids enters the offensive zone offside. Simon Seidel realized it at the moment, tried to step back, but it already touched up on the puck. A face-off just outside their offensive zone upcoming. It's the top unit, but instead of Burleson on the right, it's Hajibi. Hajibi was listed as the extra forward. I hate to tell you, I don't think the near 50-point scorer was ever going to be the extra forward for this team. He's going to be in that top unit throughout the night, or at least part of it throughout the night. With Astapovich and Seidel really listed as the second line, but Astapovich had centered the top unit for much of this year for this Rough Rider squad. Up ahead it goes, lands on the stick of Massa back inside the defensive zone. Plays off the wall for Hajibi. Hajibi in his career has had so much success against the Caps in his career. Hajibi, 12 points in 7 games over his 2 seasons with the Rough Riders, is up the near side wall trying to clear things. Are the Capitals unable to, is down low, Astapovich on it. Astapovich down low, there for it for a moment was Hajibi. Capitals will clear off the window on the near side, and now a 2-on-1. Lee has Johnson with him. Lee takes it himself, and his shot goes wide. Got a little creative with that one with the stick handles, but sent it wide past the glove side. And Cedar Rapids can start up the far side wall, deflecting that one down in deep to negate icing. John Stout hustles back after it. The Wisconsin commit had a point last week, and this one pops up out of play with a deflection. So a faceoff will be in the defensive zone for Madison here in a moment. I mentioned Stout, 1 assist last week and 15 points on the year for Stout in now his 50th game of the season. Stout this season has been towards the top of the plus-minus statistic throughout the USHL. Currently, Stout comes in as he sends this one down the length of the ice for an icing. Defensive zone draw for Madison. Coming all the way back inside the defensive zone once again. 13-19 to go in the second period. 1-0 Caps in the lead. John Stout towards the top of the league in the plus-minus statistic. And just when you need the computer to work for you, it starts loading on you. So I'll get the numbers for you when I have them for John Stout. Has been towards the top of the league, really was top of the league for quite a while on the plus-minus side of things. As currently he sits in third at plus 37, which I'm not quite sure what the team record is for a single season plus-minus wise, but I'd have to imagine that's towards the top. Down low on the far side, Hawk Huff plays things for Cedar Rapids. Huff, one of 3 players acquired by this Rough Riders squad right around the beginning of February near the USA Hockey trade deadline, is up that far side. Madison trying to clear through the zone. They're unable to. Stout eventually will play up the wall to Johnson. Out of the zone, but not out of trouble. Cedar Rapids touches up. White plays over to the far side as Stout backtracks, and the Capitals having some issues clearing their own defensive zone near the back end of a shift for a couple of these guys. As Stout jumps up into the play offensively, he'll play down low. Cowan chases after it. Johnson will go for a change, as well as both defensemen. Prudhomme hops over the wall. A chance for him there, but a bit too far behind him. Prudhomme here in his USHL debut. Young near side over to Kraft. Both affiliates playing in this game wearing number 7 for their respective squads. Down low, far side, Williams up against the wall. Williams tried to play out front, unable to find anything there. Down low, Williams will play over to the near side, looking for it there as it's turned over. Chance for Olvebny there. Down low it goes for Shalon. Shalon up top, Massa. Far side it goes for Williams. Straddling the blue line, takes it down to the near side corner. Sharp angle shot goes to the slot. Prudhomme hops on it for a 6'3" body. Prudhomme lows pretty well on the ice surface. This one played down in deep. 6'3", 205 is what he's listed at on the score sheet today. Sure, as just only a 17-year-old, that body's just going to fill out as well. Down low, Massa bodied off the puck there by Nevers. McDonald plays up the wall. Michaud near side, Brooks down into the corner. Long, fresh off the bench. Up top for Michaud. Michaud looking for options. Plays to the middle for Nevers. He has it poked away. A 2-on-1. Nevers the only Capital back for it. Plays it and pokes it wall enough to get it free over to the near side wall and let his buddies catch up. Aaron play in the offensive zone almost cost the Caps. The lone goal last night cost the Caps that way, and I believe the Capitals will be heading to the penalty box. A high stick on Dexter Brooks when we return. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
It's Capitals Hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. To the kill for the first time tonight are Madison, 83.0% on the season, second in the USHL. Cedar Rapids on the other side, out there, 18.5% on the power play this season, 12th in the league. 30 power play goals on the year. GB back in the lineup, but not on the first power play unit for Cedar Rapids. Coming through neutral ice is Vig. He's joined by Olvebny, Musa, and on that far side it's Seidel and Grant Young. Vig down on the near side for Musa. Musa has it taken away. Caps clear 30 seconds into the power play for Cedar Rapids. They've spent more time in their own defensive zone than they have their offensive end as Vig comes through neutral once again. Vig to the far side. Offside are the Rough Riders. Face off 40 seconds into the man advantage for Cedar Rapids will come just outside their offensive zone. Hajibi, like I mentioned, a healthy scratch both games last week. Really, the second power play has been one of their better units this season. And it looks like Grant Young, who had played with the top unit last week, is down with this quote-unquote second unit that starts most power play chances for the Rough Riders. So wouldn't be surprised if Hajibi takes his spot. Astapovich, along with Massa, McNellis, and Nelson, and McNellis out of the lineup due to injury. So I guess we'll see what happens with that other unit for the Rough Riders. Vig with a shot, rebound alive for a moment. Kicked free by White to the far side wall. Vandenberg up top for Vig. Near side it goes. Muse's shot ramps up and out of play for a whistle. Face off in the offensive zone So it's going to be Nelson, Young, Mentz, Massa, and Astapovich. Same unit besides McNellis. Not adding Hajibi to that mix are the Rough Riders. Face off in the defensive zone for the Caps upcoming. Minute 04 to go, or into the kill, I should say. 56 to go on the Dexter Brooks high-sticking minor penalty. Face-off will be on the near side. McDonald and Astapovich, the two centermen in the circle. Face-off is tied up in one. Back to Massa at the line. Massa looking for options, plays down the half wall. Young back up top for Massa. Far side, it's Mentz into the corner it goes. Almost more of a box setup here on the power play, and now back to the traditional 1-3-1. Mentz shot goes wide of the goal. Caps try to clear. It goes beneath the goal line instead. Astapovich on the near side relays it up to the line, and they reset things up. Mentz down on the near side. Astapovich down low. Young losing a stick is John Stout, but he's quick to pick it back up as Nelson plays up to the line for Mentz. A shot, lips wide. Massa on the near side will hold the line. He'll play down low. Far side, Nelson retrieves. Capitals try to clear. They're unable to. Nelson holds the line. Shot, that time lips wide. Far side, Mentz on it. Mentz skates down into the corner. He switches spots with Nelson. Takes it beneath the goal line as it's out front. A chance alive. Astapovich hammers one at it as the Capitals able to kill it off, but they're not out of the woods quite yet. Nelson out front. Chance goes wide. Stout on the far side. He'll play down the length of the ice. It'll knuckle so it won't go all the way down for an ice. 11 minutes into the second. Caps up 1-0 here in this one. As back inside the defensive zone, Cedar Rapids can start up ice. Hajibi right after the man advantage out there. Far side, a shot blocked up and out of play by Colton Jamieson for a whistle. 8:50 to go in the second. 1-0 the score. Caps able to kill off the first Cedar Rapids power play of the night. Defensive zone draw for Madison still upcoming. A lot of the second period I would have said was tilted Madison's favor, but here over the past couple of minutes of game time, and really a power play can do that for you, is make you feel like you're just in your defensive zone so much. Maybe you can use the momentum of killing that penalty off if you're Madison and come back the other side. Huff, chance in the offensive zone. A player tripped up for the Rough Riders. Nothing comes from it. Now Madison will backtrack to Jen Kawaja, who surveys the field of play and gets things moving forward. Kawaja into the offensive zone on the far side. Mo chips things down in deep. Brink hustles after it. Battling there with the player in Hiles, who's back on the defense for this Rough Rider squad as Huff was up in the play as Hiles comes away with it up the near side. The New Hampshire commit takes it to the far side for Blanchard. Up ahead it goes off the window and down to the offensive zone. It's Brink. Brink tried to center it for Lee. Thought better of it and spun back to the wall. Has a chance to hold it in the line. Instead, Hajibi back the other way for Cedar Rapids. Into the offensive zone, Blanchard. Far side tangled up. Jamieson will start up the near side now. Jamieson, 8 minutes to go in the period into the offensive zone. Johnson far side. There for it, Mason Mo. Mo spins off of a stick check, plays over to the near side, looking for a capital. Instead, he'll have to go try to grab it himself. Instead, it's Mason Kraft. Both of those players would have been seniors in high school in Minnesota this year. Kraft went back to play high school hockey. Mo instead has played here in the USHL. 37 points in 42 games. It's a face-off in the offensive zone upcoming. Defensive zone draw as Rusley clamped down on that one. There he is, Jason Musa, like I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast. Brother of Jack Musa. Jack Musa towards the top. A lot of Capitals historical stats, a season and a half here in Madison before being traded to this Rough Rider squad. Faceoff tied up in that far side corner. Johnson tries to grab it. Up the wall it goes for Cowan. Cowan tries to return favor back into the corner. Instead it's picked up there by Mentz. The Capitals right back on it. Cowan whips it around the near side. Musa hustles to it, wins the race out towards neutral ice. A player spills down to the ice surface in Ovebny. Capitals stunt the initial rush, but Musa back in on it. Musa, far side sent into the wall. To a side work in the corner. Barabanov, one of the players there for Madison, pokes it free to Cowan and back out at neutral ice. The Capitals put some pressure on, but Mentz sends it right back where it came from. 7:05 to go, period number 2, 1-0. Madison in the lead, and Aiden Long tallied the lone goal on the scoreboard to this point. Barabanov in the corner, to a side work, plays down low on that far side, unable to get anything from it, and back the other way comes Hajibi And Cedar Rapids, the Rough Riders into the offensive zone on that far side, pinching up against the wall. Charlie Michaud poked off of it. Prudhomme there for Madison for a moment. Now Nevers, and now Brendan Ty can start up ice over to the near side for Moline. He'll play down in deep. Prudhomme hustles after it for the Caps. Prudhomme lifts his stick, ties the body up. Puck pops free to Vig. They'll play over to the far side as the Capitals play up to the line. It was Michaud playing to Ty at the line as the Capitals have to hustle back the other way as Vig hops up into the play offensively. Hajibi has chance, goes wide. Near side, Cedar Rapids recovers the miss. Fenton pinches down. Hajibi out front, no one home, and now Madison back the other way. Prudhomme up ahead, looking that time for Brendan Ty. Instead it finds Cedar Rapids stick, and they'll play down in deep with 6 to go. Period number 2. Aiden Long's goal earlier on, just 30 seconds into this second period. The difference maker at this point. Back end of a long shift for a couple of Capitals is Prudhomme into the offensive zone. Plays ahead looking for Brendan Ty. A bit too far in front of him as they go and make their change as the fourth line, giving way to Aiden Long, Sam Capel, and Eulenkamp. This line has been dangerous for Madison here in the second half of the season since being put together. At some points this year, you'd wondered if the Capitals were ever going to find that chemistry and lines that just kind of stick to the same. Since that February 1 mark, kind of around there, Madison's really stuck with this second unit of Capel, Long, and Eulenkamp. The third line came together pretty quick after early February as well. Into the offensive zone, offside they say on the far side. 5:15 to go in the second. I actually wonder if it was offside as well. Eulenkamp very fast, so he's able to overskate a puck like that. Even if it's in the zone, it could look like he was offside. They blow it dead though, and you stick with what the stripes say. 5:15 to go in the second. 1-0 the score. Aiden Long, 21st goal of the season. The difference maker at this point. Capitals, second place in the Eastern Conference, entering play here this evening. And so we'll get to scores from throughout the league at intermission. See if Green Bay was able to hold on in Muskegon. Give the Capitals a bit of space in the standings. Is up the near side wall. Kraft towards the offensive zone. Kawaja plays things forward for Madison before Mentz into the offensive end for the Rough Riders. Mentz's shot blockered high into the sky, goes up and out of play for a whistle. 4:49 to go in the second. 1-0 the score. Like I mentioned, you can scoreboard watch throughout the season, but down the stretch of the year is really where it matters. As we pull up our handy dandy USHL scoreboard feature on USHL.com. We'll hit that at intermission. I mentioned Green Bay was up 3-2 at intermission number 2, of course playing in the Eastern time zone. Got started an hour earlier than us here in Madison. Cedar Rapids and the Capitals, the fourth and final meeting between the two teams this season. Hawk Huff over to the near side for Vig as the Rough Riders into the offensive zone. Back for it, Buckberger loses it for a moment. Able to poke things up the wall. Looking that time for the Caps, and they're off to the races are Madison. Trying to find Brink behind the defense. They're able to get it up to him. Russley pokes it into the corner, though, as Brink over there for it. Muskegon has taken the lead over Green Bay. Capitals had that 2-point cushion coming into tonight. Both teams will play 3 games this weekend. Madison played last night against Dubuque, able to win that one 3-1. Muskegon playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Green Bay. Brink on the far side with 4 to go in the period, plays down in deep. Deflected down by the goaltender for Russley. Leaves there for Massa. Up the near side, Vandenberg steps off the wall, takes it to the far side, deflected down into the offensive zone. Vandenberg towards the goal, gloved by A.J. White. He'll hold on for a whistle. 3:45 to go in the second period. 1-0 the score. Cedar Rapids fans, I'm sure, taking a look at the standings, would love to know how the NTDP is doing each week. Right now, NTDP in overtime with Chicago. So the U18 is able to get at least 1 point out of Chicago. Still tied with about 2 minutes to go in overtime. There, a shot comes from Nelson right off the draw on the near side. Madison tries to clear to neutral. Nelson holds. The Minnesota native sends it towards the goal. The Augustana commit takes a couple of hacks at it and deflects into the corner. Nelson back on it, though. First you don't succeed, try and try again. He's tried about 16 times there on that one attempt. As the Capitals in their own defensive zone, having issues clearing the zone. Barabanov's got some time and space. He starts up ice now, 3:15 to go in the second. Barabanov plays off the near side wall. Massa there to recover for Cedar Rapids. Johnson holds the line for the Caps. Fenton gets things started back the other way. Interrupted. Cowan in the high slot. Shot. Scored! I think Diego Johnson got a deflection on it. Either way, Madison doubles their lead. Caps up 2-0. Diego will come through the handshake line first. His 14th goal of the season. 18th of the career. A botched play in the defensive zone for CR. Results in Barabanov giving it to Cowan. Cowan sending it towards the goal. And Johnny deflected it home. Caps up 2. Here's Rich Reynolds.
The Capitals goal was scored by number 29, Diego Johnson. He was assisted by number 13, Bobby Cowan, and number 14, Igor Barabanov.
So it's a whole line goal. Barabanov and Cowan each get assists on the goal. Is up the near side. Ty plays things down deep into the offensive zone. Late parts of period number 2. Madison up 2 in this one. Is into the offensive zone. Hajibi deflects that one down in deep. Mentz puts the pressure on and gets things down in deep. Up the far side, McDonald tries to play off the wall. Interrupted there by Stout. Poked free out to neutral ice. Hawk Huff there to settle things down and into the offensive zone. They'll have to touch up, but it won't matter as Madison hustling after it on the far side. And Cedar Rapids defensive zone, that's where Vig takes over and starts back the other side. Vig loses it along the way. Up the near side wall comes McDonald. McDonald takes it down to the offensive zone for Madison. Was battling with 2 Rough Rider players on the far side. It's Eulenkamp playing down low, looking that time for Capel. Blanchard tries to clear the zone. Unsuccessful. His second attempt unsuccessful. Capel, near side, Jamison jumped up in the play offensively, far side. Buckberger's shot blocked by Cedar Rapids. They clear up the near side as Kraft flutters that one ahead. Lands on the stick that time of Blanchard. Comes free for Blanchard again. Blanchard circles around. Shot comes to the near side. Slezik pinches down. Shot deflected. Capitals start to clear up that far side as Aiden Long into the offensive zone. Long, shot on goal. Stopped by the horse on the chest of Russley, who holds on for a whistle. 1:15 to go in the second. 2-1 the score. Diego Johnson, the most recent goal scorer for the Capitals. Offense will have an offensive zone draw on that far side. Limo and Brink, joined by Michaud and Coasia. Ovebny and Mo, the 2-team centermen. 75 seconds to go in the second. Face-off tied up, 1 forward. Brink puts some heavy pressure on Martin Massa. That played last season with Lincoln, gets it out to Lee. Lee deflects things for a moment. And back at neutral ice comes Cedar Rapids. Musa with some speed, trying to beat Coasia up the near side wall. Instead, it'll be dropped back for Massa once again. Massa in the corner now. He grabs things for a moment. Brink on that far side tries to grab it as well. To his side, working that corner. Popping free for Mo. And Mo tangled up and sent down to the ice surface by Ovebny. 40 seconds to go in the period. Madison stuck inside their own defensive end. Coasia up the near side wall for Lee. Lee sidesteps a player, turns it over though, and Shalon sends it down into the offensive zone for CR. 30 to go in the period. Deep inside their own defensive zone. Up ice it goes, deflected towards the offensive end as Lee finds some extra gas there, and he's sent up against the wall by Astapovich. Mo on the far side joins him. It's Mo, Lee, and Johnson for the Capitals as Mo steps off the half wall, plays towards the goal. Near side, Lee out front, chance goes wide. I think Cedar Rapids will be fine just putting this one up against the wall to kill things late here in period number 2. Aiden Long and Diego Johnson find the scoreboard in the second. They put Madison in front 2-0 through 40 minutes of play. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suiter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suiter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
It's Capitals hockey here on the Intermission Report, brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports. Caps up 2-0 through 40 minutes of play. Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment. They've got you covered from skates and sticks to fitness and training gear. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. You stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best. Capitals up 2-0, like I mentioned. Let's go through the goal scoring summary, brought to you by our friends at Texas Roadhouse. 31 seconds into period number 2. Aiden Long scored his 21st of the season from Gavin Eulenkamp to make it 1-0. Caps, Diego Johnson added on to that with his 14th of the year, deflecting home a Bobby Cowan shot. Barabanov picked up the secondary assist. That goal came at the 16:58 mark of the second period as the Capitals take that 2-goal lead into intermission number 2. They lead 2-0. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard here this evening. Of course, Capitals are scoreboard watching, so are Cedar Rapids. Maybe not as intently watching, as Cedar Rapids a 5-game lead over NTDP, 10-point total coming into today. NTDP picks up a win in overtime. Mutrin with the goal in overtime over the Chicago Steele. The U17s win 5-4 tonight over Chicago there in Plymouth. Muskegon with a 6-3 victory over Green Bay. They came from behind in the third period. All four of their come-from-behind goals happened just at the 12.5-minute mark or later in the game. Rabkin with a hat trick. When you have a player like that on your squad, it's going to help. 3 goals. He tied Green Bay all by himself. They pick up a win in game 1 of that 3-game series against the Gamblers. Youngstown with a 2-1 lead over Tri-City with 2 minutes to go in the second there. 4-2 Waterloo on top of Dubuque with 3 to go in the second in Dubuque. Of course, the Caps will face off against Dubuque tomorrow. The visitors, the Rough Riders, will face off against Waterloo tomorrow. So fun one to watch out for both sides. Obviously, all 4 of the teams in tonight's contest here and in Dubuque will at some point play each other tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that one. 4-2 Waterloo in the lead late in the second. 2-1 the score, Sioux Falls over Lincoln late in the second there at the Icebox. And our final score, 2-1 Des Moines over Omaha through 2 periods of play at Liberty First Credit Union Arena. We'll send it to break. We'll have the third period to play right after this. Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by Marian University.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at NADCaps Hockey today. That's at NADCaps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
It's Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Caps up 2 through 40 minutes of play. 20 to go here in regulation. Madison will travel right to left across your radio dial and Flow hockey screens here in the third period. Left to right will go the Rough Riders. Caps wearing the pink cross-check cancer jerseys. These jerseys up for auction on Dash Auctions. You can head to madcapshockey.com to place your bids on your favorite player's jersey. White jerseys for Cedar Rapids. Joseph Holmes at center ice, ready to get things back underway here. Capel and Olbebny, the two-team centermen. As we're underway here in period number 3, face-off one back by Capel to Moline. Up ahead it goes, turned over and Maxon Vig hops on it. Huff up the near side wall, taken over by Long for a moment before the Rough Riders send it to neutral where Moline transitions right back in for Madison. Capel up against that far side wall, taken up there for a moment, and on the near side, Olbebny skates away with it for Cedar Rapids. Up that far side, goes into the corner. Eulenkamp just trying to put a body in and maybe get possession for Madison. Instead, it's back the other way. Musa in all alone. Musa with a chance. Backhand slid off his stick into the corner. Capitals able to clear to neutral ice. A couple of players will go for a change on each side as Massa up into the offensive zone for Hiles. No one home in the slot. Riker Lee takes over for the Caps and flutters it ahead for Brink fresh off the bench. No icing is Brink. The first one to it in the corner. He got a deflection at neutral ice. Massa up the middle of the ice down to the far side. Hajibi. Hiles into the offensive zone, near side, Astapovic shot, rebound alive. Hiles got a piece of it. Nothing came from it, though, as at neutral ice, the Capitals try to clear things and grab possession right back, which they're able to. Brink, near side, shovels it down in deep. He'll go for a change. Lee in the offensive zone, plays to the middle for Mo. Mo on the far side, looking for options. Plays towards the middle, but he fanned on it. Puck pops out to neutral ice. Jamison up ahead for Mo. Mo plays off the window. I think he probably will regret that one as he does get it to Diego Johnson, who's upended beneath the goal line. 18-20 to go in the period. At neutral ice, Madison back on it. Johnson, far side, Cowan up ahead looking for Barabanov. Kraft beats him to it. Kraft has his stick lifted as Johnson now has it in the corner. Johnson, near side it comes. Barabanov back down low for Cowan. Cowan tried to play out front. It goes wide of the goal. Instead to Johnson, who will play back to the near side half wall for Bobby. Cowan, the Western Michigan commit, loses it for a moment, goes to neutral ice. Caps have to go touch up as Cedar Rapids can start back the other way. Far side, down in deep. Kraft didn't get a deflection, icing on the Rough Riders. 17:44 to go in the third. 2-0 the score. Mason Kraft having to stay out there as Vandenberg tries to make a late change. Same with Nelson. For the Rough Riders, buy some time for their squad. Face up on the far side as they return to the bench. All them up. Young and Nevers in a circle. Face-off tied up, one forward by Nevers. He has it in the corner, he'll play to the line. Kawasia's shot deflected wide, near side. Stout pinches to try to hold the line. Puck goes all the way down, no icing as Stout was down in on the play. Kawasia, far side, plays to the near for Stout. Stout, 2.5 into this second period, plays up ahead, gets a deflection down in deep from McDonald. Up the far side wall, Russley plays, poked down into the corner by Nevers to Ty. Ty turns it over, and back the other way comes Nelson and the Riders. Nelson into the offensive zone. Plays over to the near side wall, looking that time for Hawk Huff, who had activated himself up into the play. Instead, it finds itself into the corner, and Madison in the offensive zone back the other way. McDonald out front, had Nevers there, but instead was able to find the stick of Heath Nelson on the far side. Shalon with his shot goes into the corner. Shalon picks things back up that far side. Madison able to clear. Capel bodied off the puck high that time, and Cedar Rapids back on it. Musa, far side into the offensive zone. Shalon brings it along the kick plate. Musa on the near side awaits for it, but waited a little too long and overskated it. Down on the near side, Eulenkamp will play down on that far side for Moline. Moline tried to shovel it up that far side wall, unable to get anything on it. Capitals will try to clear there, and they're unable to as Williams on the near side holds it for the Riders. Williams, shot saved by White. They'll hold on for a whistle. 16:15 to go in the third. 2-0 the score. If you stepped away from the broadcast at intermission, Capitals all square now with Muskegon in the Eastern Conference standings.
Also, you have a winning raffle ticket. It is a yellow ticket.
Muskegon taking down Green Bay 6-3. Face off on the near side of the left of White and goal.
That's 60719.
Capel in his circle to go against Astapovich.
That's your ticket. You are a winner. Head on down to the fan services
Pink jerseys tonight
to claim your prize.
for the Caps is a face-off tied up and eventually won forward by Madison. Long, just announced here in the arena. He'll be signing post-game autographs. If you're in the region, you can get down to the arena. He's at that far side. Vig up against it. Vig taken out of the ice surface. Big tree does fall hard as Long comes away with it. Long chips it off the window. Goes down in on goal. I don't know if it's a shot on goal, if it played off the glass in the process, but did have to be stopped by the goaltender along the way. Astapovich steps off the wall. To the middle it goes, near side. Chips it around to Capitals player. Buckberger pokes it free. Capitals off to the races back the other way as Lee plays ahead for Brink. Brink down low, battling with Vig in the corner. Up the wall to a side work there for the Caps. Coming free and out towards neutral ice. All the way down in. Therefore, White, he'll play up ahead for Coasia, and right back to the offensive zone come Madison. Mo has it on the far side, plays to the middle for Lee. Lee, it was deflected on the way to him, so he gets it up to Coasia. Coasia circling around a bit, looking for options, plays down into the corner, shoved up against the wall, to his side now work on the near side corner. Both defensemen for Madison as Lee at neutral ice stops the Cedar Rapids' brief little rush. 5 minutes into this third period, Caps still up 2-0. Both goals coming in the second period. Aiden Long, 30 seconds in, and Diego Johnson with about 3 minutes to go in the period, putting Madison up 2 in this one. Needing points as they're tied with Muskegon now for second in the Eastern Conference. Muskegon with a game in hand. They'll catch that game up on Sunday afternoon against Green Bay. Barabanov up the near side wall, loses it for a brief moment, drops back for Michaud. Up the far side, he was looking for Coasia. Instead, it finds the player in Martin Massa, who goes all the way down, rung around the kick plate to the near side half wall where Heath Nelson waited for it. Nelson plays down to Seidel in the corner. Nelson up top now for Fenton. Far side it goes Massa. Vandenberg in the high slot. A shot sits there in the slot. Chance scored. Cedar Rapids finds the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 2-1. Caps lead. It's Heath Nelson with the goal, his 30th point of the season on the rebound. A spin move goes through the 5-hole of A.J. White. Rough Riders pull within one. As Madison returns to center ice. Fourth line out there. Prudhomme will replace McDonald on this go-around. Prudhomme in his USHL debut on the near side, towering over Robert Schlon on the near side wing. Prudhomme 6'3", Schlon 5'10", so maybe not towering over, but you can see the height difference as no ice on the plate down in deep. Official ruling of the goal was Nelson from Massa, and out front a chance for Vig. Goes wide of the goal. I thought that could have been the game tire. I think so did a lot of the Cap Ice faithful. As luckily for the Caps, they sent that one wide. A.J. White was there for it ready, but you know, when it rains, it pours typically, and you don't want it to happen to you. As 2-goal lead, you've heard everything said about it. You score one, you have the momentum to get the second. As Madison up that far side keeps things moving forward for a moment. Musa has it in his feet. He'll try to play down in deep. Instead, it's Capel playing ahead for Brendan Ty into the offensive zone. Ty up ahead, looking that time for Prudhomme. Went on net instead. Big in the corner, plays over to the far side for Hawk Huff. Huff up ahead into the offensive zone. Hiles plays off the wall, down in deep. Chasing after it is Hiles, and on the near side, Buckberger turns it over. Buckberger grabs it back. Puck comes up near me. Almost got a piece of the coaching staff for the Capitals. Rolled into the Caps bench. Face off to come in the defensive zone for the Caps. Since it went into the player bench is the ruling there. Face off will be to the left of A.J. White. Just past the 7-minute mark here.
Jeremy Werner.
Of period number 3.
Schneider. Again, if I said your name, head on down to fan services, that table right over by the elevator, and congratulations.
Capel's unit against Astapovic's unit. Face off one back by the Caps. They play it up the near side wall out to neutral ice. Mensch on it. Plays over to the far side and down in deep. Slezik has it rung around the kick plate over to Hajibi, but he can't hold the line. Capel gets that one up high. He'll go for a quick change as he hops over the wall. Astapovic was playing the body right in front of the bench at the time. Capel takes a seat down on the bench as Eulenkamp skates into the offensive zone. That'd be a big loss for Madison if he weren't able to go the rest of the way. Up top it goes. Johnson holds the line over to the far side. Eulenkamp up top. Johnson unable to hold the line, or rather that was Jamieson who steps back, almost turns it over right to Hajibi. Instead it pops up into the penalty box. A face-off upcoming just outside the offensive zone for Cedar Rapids. 12:16 to go in the third. 2-1 the score, the most recent goal scored by the Rough Riders in this one. Madison won last night 3-1. Empty netter by Finn Brink. Capped that one off, so it was 2-1 for most of the game, especially down the stretch in the third period. Fenton into the offensive zone, plays things down in deep. Rung around the kick plate to the far side. Brooks gets a piece of it to deflect it into the corner, and Madison starts up the wall. They're saying high stick would still be coming. Lee kicks it up to himself. Lee doesn't think it was a high stick, but either way, it'll come into the defensive zone. 12:02 to go in the third. 2-1 the score. Face off to the right of White once again. Couple of changes made by CR. Capel back on his feet on the bench. Looks like he shook that one off and looks to be all right as a face-off won by Cedar Rapids. Schlon with a shot, had his stick go flying, or rather that was Michaud, who blocked the shot, had his stick go flying in the process. And up that far side, Madison tries to clear things, due for immediate timeout at our next available chance as Brooks starts up that far side wall into the offensive zone. Brink had to regain possession of his own feet that time as Mo tries to get up ahead, go through 3 Rough Riders, unable to. And into the offensive zone comes Musa. Musa to the middle. Almost ran into his own player, got out of the way. Musa up top, far side for Vig. 4 points last weekend for Vig as he has his stick lifted by Lee. Musa in the far side, skates over, down low it goes for Olvebny. Olvebny up against the wall, taken away there by Brooks. As the Capitals can start up ice now. Brooks looking for options 9 minutes into this third period. Brooks plays down low, rings it around the wall, near side, Barabanov. Barabanov shoved up against this near side wall. Huff plays along, taken over by the Caps. Barabanov, down low it goes. Cowan out front, Johnson shot. Rebound still alive. Stout has it up top now. Stout switches spots. Kawasia one-timer. Rebound alive again. But it's Huff in the Rough Riders coming away with the miss this time out to neutral ice. Stout chases after it for Madison. It'll go all the way back where Kawasia on possession. Kawasia over to the far side for Stout. Backhanded up the wall for Cowan. Cowan plays ahead looking for Kawasia on the near side, but Kawasia had stopped his track up ice. Fresh off the bench, Moline will grab possession for Madison. Moline backhands that one, sauces it. It'll go all the way down. Icing if it gets there. It will, although a player was slowed up. No change allowed for Madison. Also means no media timeout with 10:13 to go in the third. 2-1 the score and a face-off in the defensive zone for Madison. Face-off will be on the near side to the left of white and gold. All but one Capitals forward was able to make a change. The same defense pair stays out there, but fairly fresh out there as well. Face-off tied up and one up the near side wall. Capitals chip that one forward. Prudhomme gives one to the back of Fenton, is back the other way. A nice job by Moline to deflect that one up ahead into the offensive zone. Come Madison. Fenton tied up there for a moment up that far side wall. Cedar Rapids clears. Moline back on it, plays to the middle. No one home for Madison. Cedar Rapids recovers. Nice job by Moline at neutral ice. Tied up there and into the offensive zone. Turned over. Cedar Rapids right back on it. It's Kraft. Kraft shoved up against the wall hard. And back the other way comes Nevers for Madison. Nevers powering his way towards the goal. Kicked around a bit. Sent high into the sky. The Cedar Rapids bench wants a call. They're going to argue that I think he was sent up, and now Madison has a player behind the defense. A player was making a change. Slezik was. Long tries to cut towards the middle. Russley plays into the far side wall. Eulenkamp there for it. Sam Capel back on the ice after going down with an injury. Buckberger's shot blocked along the way. Heavy shot that time as Slezik feeling it. On the far side, a miss picked up by Brooks. Brooks down low for Long. Long looking for options. Plays that one up against the wall. Capel there, pokes free. Long now, chance for Eulenkamp, goes wide. Eulenkamp, the former Cedar Rapids property. He was acquired in that Jack Musa trade in 23. Up top, Brooks. Buckberger now on the line. Far side for Dexter Brooks out front, trying to feed it for Capel. Instead, he gets tied up in the corner. To a side work there. Eulenkamp taking the spot of Dexter Brooks at the blue line at the moment. 8.5 to go in period number 3. 2-1 Capitals lead in this one. The most recent goal scored by the Rough Riders as Madison spins up and starts right back into the offensive zone. Eulenkamp's shot blocked up into the sky. A nice save by the glove of Martin Massa, not by the goaltender Russley. That one was going into the net. Massa gloved it down, and now Astapovich into the offensive zone for the Rough Riders. Astapovich down beneath the goal line, takes it up the near side, plays down low for Hiles. Hiles takes it up the far side wall, looking for options, drops down to Hajibi. He lets it go by for Astapovich. He plays the body. Hajibi on the near side never gets to him. Up the near side, Brink tries to continue things for Madison. 7:56 to go in the third. Caps up 2-1. Couple bodies for each side in the corner. Astapovich comes away with it for CR. Turned over. Madison unable to grab possession. Still on this one is Hiles, sends one off the side of the net. Sits out front on a wraparound chance. I think Michaud was trying to help A.J. White cover that one for a whistle. Instead, the Capitals back the other way. Kawajia just flutters that one down towards the offensive zone. He'll have to stay out there, though. As towards the middle of the ice it goes. Johnson now into the offensive zone, fresh off the bench. Capitals are able to complete the change. Stout and Moline right back out. 7:15 to go in the third. 2-1 this score. Down deep, White slows it down on the near side. Stout unable to gather it in. Moline eventually grabs it on the far side. Up ahead, Cowan tries to feed there for Johnson. It deflects along the way. At least I thought it did. Not the case. No media timeout due to the icing. A face-off in the defensive zone to follow for Madison. Trying to speed things up. The Cedar Rapids bench, I think, thought it was a media timeout as well, not realizing it was icing. Face-off will be on the far side. That face-off will be over to the right of A.J. White. 2-1. Caps in the lead. Face-off one back. Shalon shot saved by White, and that'll be the media timeout. Caps up 2-1. Less than 7 to go in the third. You're listening to Caps Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams, which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, powered by Marian University this season. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging, supportive environment. Marian offers a chance to explore your dreams and uncover new interests. Begin your Marian adventure today and connect to a future full of possibilities. Visit marianuniversity.edu to learn more. Face off in the defensive zone for Madison. Top unit hops out for the Caps. Countered with one of the top units for Cedar Rapids as well, listed as the fourth, but this line gets top-end minutes for this squad. Caps up 2-1. Goals from Long and Diego Johnson, but quickly countered in this one in the third period with a goal from Heath Nelson. On the near side out front, a chance. Shalon's shot kicked wide by White. Far side, Shalon gathers in the miss. It'll play down into the corner where Austin Moline can play out towards neutral ice, and the Capitals off to the races. Mo into the offensive zone, into the offensive end on that far side, trying to play to the near for Lee. Takes a bounce off the apron there and kicked free for a moment by Brink. Lee's tied up by a player, and out towards neutral ice comes Hawk Huff. Huff wearing the bubble into the offensive zone. All four of the rest of his teammates go for a change as he activates himself all the way down into the corner. Mo there for Madison, plays over to Jamison. He's sent up against the wall to a side work in the corner now. Puck pops free up the wall, but Fenton there for it. Offside, I believe, the call as Brink sent down to the ice surface, or rather Brink sends Fenton up to the ice surface. I think Brink's going to go to the penalty box. Rather, they're just pointing at Vandenberg. Trying to say that's enough as Jamison as Nelson tied up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's two aside going or one aside going. No, it's just Vandenberg. The other referee trying to say something. It's a cross check on Vandenberg, sending Madison to their first power play of the night. Madison's power play 0 for 2 last night, second in the USHL at 28.3%. The kill for the Rough Riders, 13th in the league at 74.5%. The power play so much better for Madison at home here this season. 34.2% at home, tops in the USHL by over 6%. Next closest is Waterloo, 27.9% there. Caps second unit hops over the wall. Michaud, Barabanov, Long, Brink, and Johnson. Face off to the right of Russley. Caps could use an insurance goal here with 6:05 to go in the third on their first power play attempt of the game. Barabanov and Astapovich in the circle. Face off tied up, one back by the Rough Riders. They have a chance to clear up the near side. They're unable to. Far side, Brink hops on it. Caps set things up in the offensive zone. Brink up top, Michaud. Near side, Barabanov trying to find Brink on the far side. Puck free on the back door. But it's Slezik able to clear it out to neutral ice. Madison right back on it there. It's Michaud. Brink plays it down low, long, trying to win the race. Able to. Plays over to the far side for Brink once again. Pitch and catch, maybe not the easiest way to do it, but they're able to do it either way. Near side, Barabanov, top of the near side circle, takes down towards the corner, plays up top, Michaud. Far side for the captain, Finn Brink. Brink looking for options as Michaud joins him on that far side. Johnson plays back to him on the bumper position. Barabanov plays to the line, and it goes out of the zone. Michaud didn't realize it. He tried to play over to Brink. Caps have to go touch up. 1:10 to go here on the power play as Zastapovic plays it the length of the ice. White slows it down for Michaud. He's the lone player that first unit to hop out onto the ice that remains out there. Mo, Lee, Cowan, and Kaweza join him as now Colton Jamieson joins the party on the ice. Mo starts up in the middle of the ice. While trying to settle things down and get things over to Lee as the two synced up into the offensive zone. Far side, Cowan down low for Lee. Lee pokes it along, trying to keep things moving, but he's tied up against the wall. 35 to go on the power play. That's kill. Excellent so far for Cedar Rapids. Killing time off in the corner. 3 aside work in the corner. Cedar Rapids, Heath Nelson has it, but it pops free for Riker Lee. Lee in the far side corner looking for options. Plays to the line. Jamieson holds. Jamieson takes it down in the far side corner. Down low it goes for Mo. Mo back to Lee with 15 to go on the power play. 4:19 to go in the game. Jamieson far side, Lee near side. Kawasha one-timer fanned on. Cedar Rapids clears. That'll just about do it for the power play for Madison. White turns it over, and now a 2-on-1. Hajibi shot. That time stopped by White. And the Capitals 0 for 1 on the power play. Both teams unsuccessful on their only power play attempt in this one. Hockhuff gloves it down and will play it down in deep. Less than 4 to go in the third. Caps lead 2-1. Up the near side, Cowan. Through neutral ice into the offensive zone. He'll take things, throws on the brakes, down into the corner it goes for Ty. He's sent up against the wall. 2 aside work there. Prudhomme fresh off the bench. Some late minutes here for the affiliated forward. Seidel. Now Prudhomme interrupts things, pokes it out towards neutral ice. Caps back on it in their defensive zone. Brooks to the middle of the ice. Ty deflects it forward. Young out to neutral. Now Hajibi plays things back as Prudhomme lays the body on the far side. Near side it comes. Vig at neutral ice plays to the far side, a bit too far in front of the forward there in Seidel. Brooks plays up the near side wall, trying to shovel it along to Prudhomme. Eventually it gets there. Out towards neutral ice it goes. 3 minutes to go in the period. We'll keep an eye on Rusley. Near side, Fenton holds the line at first, but now it's Nevers and company forward for Madison. He has Prudhomme with him. Nevers towards the middle, goes up into the cap ice sky. Nevers will go for a change. Prudhomme on the back end of a shift here as Eulenkamp sends one towards the net. Prudhomme goes for a change. Here is up the near side wall. Cedar Rapids gets things to neutral. Kraft into the offensive zone. Kraft plays it towards the middle. No one home. Back the other way. Madison able to get things out to neutral ice. Cedar Rapids regroups with 2.5 to go. Pops up near the Caps bench. Caps settle on possession inside the defensive zone. Stout gives it right back to neutral ice to Mentz. Mentz, far side. Down in deep. Vig sends it. Stout interrupts it before it can get towards the goal. Stout loses an edge, but the Capitals keep possession. Moline plays up the far side wall. Capitals try to keep things moving there. Instead it drops back Shalon. Shalon, drop back now. Capel near side. It comes for Stout. Stout flutters it out towards neutral ice. It'll catch up on an edge, but it will be icing still as it gets all the way down. I wouldn't be surprised if the timeout comes out of the pocket of the Capitals squad. Andy Brandt looked over at Mark Carlson to see if he'll use the timeout. Not the case at the moment. Face off in the defensive zone. There's 6 players out on the ice for Madison, as a timeout will be taken by the Capitals. Let's go through a scoring summary of how we got here. 31 seconds into the second period, Aiden Long picked up his 21st goal of the season from Gavin Eulenkamp. Madison in the lead 1-0 at that point. Diego Johnson made it 2-0 at the 16:58 mark of period number 2, his 14th of the season. A deflection of a Bobby Cowan shot. Barabanov picked up the secondary assist on that one. Nelson with the lone goal here of the third period for Cedar Rapids. Massa and Vandenberg with the assist at the 5:51 mark of period number 3. Madison leads 2-1 as a timeout taken to get some fresh legs for the Capitals. Top line will hop over the wall. It was the second line for Madison at the time. As the Caps trying to get some fresh legs. Tom Gilbert talking with his squad, wondering if the goaltender will be pulled at the moment. Rusley's still on the ice surface. Mark Carlson is talking to about 7 different Rough Rider players at the moment. Looks like Hajibi will hop over the wall as Rusley will return to his net for the moment. Astapovich, Nelson, Massa, Vig, and Olvebny for the Rough Riders. 1:57 remains in the third. Rusley at the hash marks in his own defensive zone. Capitals with a defensive zone draw. As the faceoff is tied up and won back by the Capitals. Brooks brings it around the kick plate to the far side. Brink gets a deflection, but a linesman knocks it down at neutral ice. Back into the offensive zone of Cedar Rapids. They send it as Vig now back the other way, plays it all the way down. Therefore, Michaud shovels it up the wall. Trying to chip things out towards neutral ice, or the Capitals, they're unable to. They can't pull the goaltender when the Caps have possession. They do have possession now to the Rough Riders as they power their way towards the goal. The puck alive in the slot. Rebound comes free to Vig. Poked around a bit. Extra attacker on. 1:26 to go in the third. 2-1. Capitals in the lead. Late here in period number 3. We'll see the chance here. A faceoff in the defensive zone. Mark Carlson calling his whole team over. Not taking a timeout, it appears. Wouldn't be surprised if one comes here eventually. Caps had a chance to match lines. It's Nelson, Astapovich, Vig, Massa, Kraft, and Olvebny. Caps counter with Moline, Stout, Long, Eulenkamp, and Capel. Extra attacker on for Cedar Rapids. 2-1. Caps lead late in this one. Faceoff is tied up, poked free. Capitals try to clear to neutral ice. They're unable to. Stout takes a hack at it, unable to clear. Nelson grabs it in the corner for the Rough Riders. 1:15 to go. Caps have a chance to clear up that far side wall. A nice job by the Rough Rider defense to hold in. Moline plays up the near side. Massa on it. Now as Long ties it up against the near side wall. Moline there as well. Long keeps it moving up the wall for a moment. Moline backhands it up. Massa holds again. Extra attacker on for Cedar Rapids. Under a minute to go in the period. Caps throw it out to neutral ice. Would be a hand pass if it got there. Vig drops back in the defensive zone. Up ice it goes. Kraft gloves it that time. Hand pass on the affiliated forward for Cedar Rapids. 42.7% for seconds left, sorry. Here in the third period. 2-1 this score. Timeout's going to come from the Rough Rider bench. You're talking with your bench right now. We're wondering how to get the best players on the ice and keep them fresh. A bunch of players circle around one of the assistants for Cedar Rapids. The Capitals getting a breather here as Tom Gilbert talks to his squad, longtime NHL defenseman. Coach Zombo on the bench as well, chiming in. Looks like they'll remain with the Capel line for Madison for the moment. Capel, Eulenkamp, Long, Moline, Stout for the Caps. That's the one thing that hurts about the timeout if you're Cedar Rapids. Yes, you get your best players fresher legs. At the same time, Caps get to choose who they want and get some fresh legs as well. Kraft, Astapovich, Olvebny, Nelson, Vig, and Massa for the Rough Riders. Extra attacker on. Caps lead 2-1 late. Faceoff is tied up. One back by Cedar Rapids. Massa plays down in deep. Moline hustles after, but it hits the side of the cage. Awkward bounce down in deep. as Long tries to play out of the zone. It's held in the feet of Nelson. Up against the wall, Astapovic takes it, and they're able to set things up. 25 to go in the period. Up top it goes big. One-time shot from Masha, blockered away by White. Up top, near side, Masha again has to come outside the zone. They'll have to touch up. 15 to go in the period. Capitals player was taken down. No call. Masha near side. Long plays to neutral ice. Caps up 2-1. 5 seconds to go. No icing on the play. All the icing is icing on the cake as Sam Capel scores. 3-1. Caps lead. 0.8 seconds to go in the third. Caps will pick up 2 points with a 2-goal lead over the Rough Riders. You knew with about 15 seconds left, if you can get Cedar Rapids down in their defensive end, it's going to be tough to score. The Caps did just that. Cedar Rapids was coming in with fresh legs to tonight's contest. Madison played last night, a 3-1 victory over Dubuque. Tonight, a 3-1 victory over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders as the Caps pick up 2 more points. Let's take a look around the USHL. In the third period, Dubuque trails 4-3, so Madison could be within 3 points of first place in the Eastern Conference. Caps force a series split on the season series between themselves and the Rough Riders as Madison improves to 35-15, 3-1 on the season. 35 wins on the year. A new franchise record last night set that, but the most points in franchise history with 74 now as the Caps pick up the win. We'll be on the road tomorrow, broadcast live at 6:45. If you're listening to us right now, you're in the right spot. It'll be the away feed tomorrow night. Make sure to listen live. We'll be back here at home on April 4th. Tickets.madcapshockey.com. It's a bobblehead giveaway for the Capitals that night. Should be a fun one. We appreciate you joining us here on the call. Caps hockey. Once again, Caps win 3-1 for the Caps. Drew Steele signing off. Caps win.